Hi. Today I'd like to share the story. It happened a while ago. Maybe it started. The entire story starts with me as a child. I guess if I give you a background story, you might understand a little bit better. So I think my relationship with my parents has always been good. We had never had any issues. They were just normal Christian parents raising me into the ways of the church. My mom was a Sunday school teacher, and my dad was an assistant pastor, which they did for many years. And they were also in the church choir and all that. I was in the Sunday school, and that was my life then. My dad was working at a flower farm, and my mom was a housewife at that time. So we didn't have much problems. We were, I would say, a happy family, and we were a family that was driven a lot by our passion for academics, and I excelled well in my academics. I got A's most of the time, so I didn't have problems. They were very happy with me. They congratulated me, they motivated me, and they were encouraging me to work harder and harder. So when I got to around class 7, they worked with the head teacher of the school, and they got application forms for Starehe Boys Center where they're offering scholarships. So they're telling me all you just need to is get a good grade and your education will be funded. You don't have to worry about us and our financial status. Things like this, the only school we can afford to take you to is probably a district school, while your marks would get you international school if you work hard. So I really paid focus to my education at that time, and I did well and I passed. I went to high school, things went well. I went to uni, and things went well. And no issues. I was supporting my parents financially at some point, and our relationship grew better and better. And they were looking forward to coming for my graduation. But while I was in uni, things changed a bit. I decided it was time I get into a relationship. I had never been in a relationship before, and I didn't think anything much of it at the moment. I thought now I'm at uni, I have freedom, I'm an adult. I need to work on what I want to do as an adult and how I want to run my life. Like my parents have been guiding me and running my life for my entire life, or they have been managing me and all that. Now it's time I manage myself. So yeah, at uni, the relationship didn't go well. I don't talk much about it, but it ended abruptly. And yeah, it was my first heartbreak, I would say. And I didn't take it very well. I tried to distract myself with all sorts of things, and it wasn't really working. And then I think I got also I got a lot of freedom at that time. I didn't have much freedom. Like the curriculum in primary school and high school is they tell you when to go to class, when to come out of class to go and play, or when to sleep. So at uni, no one was telling me anything. I could go to classes if I wanted to, or not. I could go to sleep at any time I wanted to. The bedtime was mine. So there's a lot of freedom of that sort, and uh, I ended up not spending my time very productively academically. I got into hobbies, a lot of hobbies that I thought felt better as a distraction and anything. I think I became addicted to being online all the time. Social media, Facebook at that time, Instagram, YouTube, just the general internet. And it took up a lot of my time, but it was a consolation at that time because of how I was feeling. I was also fitting into a new environment, which was difficult to accommodate. So yeah, things started going down with my performance. I was going down, and then I was researching job opportunities even in the major companies. I would have liked to work for companies like Intel, Google, Microsoft, and all that kind. I was in computer science. So I was looking at these, and the entry level positions were paying very low wages. So I started questioning my degree at that time, and I felt like the plumbers and the mechanics and the electricians were making a lot more money. There's a lot more money in the even the garbage collectors are making a lot more money than graduates from computer science. And I'm talking about graduates who graduate with perfect A's, and I was getting B's and C's at that time. So I'm like, I don't think I'll ever catch up with these guys. So I was also demotivated academically, and I had big dreams to work for this big company, start my own company, or create an app or anything like that. But I realized even when I was in class, the students who I was working with had a very large head start. A good number of them had started coding while they were in primary school, coding for themselves at home. They had taught themselves a lot of programming languages, and they were much far ahead. They were moving through the assignments like they were nothing while I was struggling. The first time I ever saw a computer was in high school, and it was the 1 hour that was allocated for the class every day. And I spent most of the time, or most of us spent most of the time listening to the teacher, so we didn't have much time to practice. I only learned about how to work with the Microsoft Office suite and very little on the internet and how to utilize it. Internet was brought in a bit later on by a sponsorship from Safaricom at that time, but we were not able to utilize it. The whole school was depending on one lab which had very few computers. So yeah, my experience with the internet, I realized that I could make more money either doing odd jobs, general labors, which I guess a lot of people are not interested in, so they pay well. I remember the highest paid job I saw was a garbage collector. Garbage collectors were making so much money as I searched online for the jobs and all that. So I tried making websites, but that was not paying very well. I tried design, all these things was trying out of just trying to find something that sticks. Websites, I tried websites, I tried making apps. We were taught how to make apps in one of the classes when we were learning Java. I learned C, I learned how to code with CSS and HTML all by myself online. Yeah, there was Java, JavaScript for I remember I'm forgetting the name of this JavaScript language that I was doing well at that time. So I was learning all these and trying to see whether I could make something out of myself rather than find employment, since I felt like employment was not gonna give me the financial success that I was looking for. But yeah, so I tried so many things. I tried photography, cinematography, I was online just exploring all sorts of things, and nothing really stuck, and things were changing so fast. The computer science, as if you have any experience with it, is a very versatile field, and things keep changing. So things went downhill, and I started using drugs. I remember when marijuana was legalized, I I took that opportunity to try it. I was having depression and I was on antidepressants at that time. So I had learned that marijuana was good for depression and this kind of serious, painful illnesses. So I took it and I liked it and I got addicted. That was a gateway drug for me to start alcohol, which I had not even started. I started smoking cigarettes. I remember when I came back to Kenya that time, I was on the cat, the mirror. I, I once I started one of the drugs is just spiral. I was ready at that time to look for cocaine and all that, but I thankfully I didn't find it at that time. So it came to a point where I developed schizophrenia, as I have explained in some of my previous videos. And yeah, I was not able to study. Now I was not able to do any of this manual labor job. At that time, the manual labor job I was doing at that was food delivery with DoorDash, I think. I'd also applied to work with Uber Eats, which was gonna get me much more money daily, but I didn't proceed with that. So with my schizophrenia and my hallucinations and my restless, or feeling restless that time, I could not study, I could not work. So I came back home and I stayed with my parents. And yeah, I was talking to them about quitting school. I didn't want to continue schools anymore. And they're very strict on their policy or their support for academics and all that. So we didn't really agree on that. And so my parents, like my dad, talked to the scholarship that was sponsoring me at the University of Toronto, and they agreed to transfer me to USIU. But I had lost the passion that I had with programming and all that. So, and I didn't see much of a prospect now. I felt like I had much of an advantage while I was at the University of Toronto because I had there were a lot of connections there to the big companies that I wanted to work for. So I felt even more demotivated because the connections weren't really there in my current place. So yeah, I told him I would quit. My father really persevered with me, but he didn't really sit well with me. And yeah, on one of those days when my schizophrenia was hitting me like seriously, I just came and started a fight with him. And yeah, I've explained this story before, but yeah, they moved and left me homeless at that time. Then took me to Madare, and then yeah, I stayed in Madare. I went to several mental hospitals and such, and yeah, basically everything I was doing, I was trying to tell my dad I'm quitting school. So the last conversation I had with him is like, you're not even welcome home anymore. So I don't want you here. You figure out how you're going to go on with your life. Because I was not in a position where I could go to school or work. So my only option was to go home and rely on my parents for survival. They're like, we're also not doing well financially. We cannot support you. So you go find yourself a place to go, how to deal with your issue. So yeah, currently I'm still in it's a halfway house called Eden Halfway House. It's a lesser version of a rehab for people who have improved in their mental state and are trying to reintegrate back into the society. So this is where I am. I have changed my mind a bit on going back to school, and yeah, I could pursue my computer science again or something else. Yeah, but my dad doesn't want anything to do with me. And my mom tells me I'm too old to come back and live with my parents. I should have figured my life out by now. I haven't spoken to my brother in like 5 years. He's doing well academically. He hasn't quit school or anything, so he's in good terms with my parents, and he's going on well, as I was informed last year, which is the last time I spoke to my family. It's about 7 or 8 months ago. So at that time, he was doing well. Yeah, so yeah, I literally have nowhere I can call home right now. I don't even know where they live. They moved to a different place, so I cannot even just turn up to their place and surprise them or anything like that. And they will not give me directions to where they live. And I don't know anybody else who knows where they live, so I'm kinda lost in a way. Yeah, so that's my current situation. I know disown is kind of strong word, but that's how it feels to me because I feel like they're letting go of me at my weakest point where I have nothing that I can hold on to except them. They grew me disconnected from my extended family. Like I didn't used to visit my grandmothers or my grandparents or my parents or my cousins and all the rest. So I was kind of secluded and I don't have their contacts right now. So I really don't know anyone who knows them who can connect me to them unless they want to connect with me. They know where I am, but they don't want anything to do with me at the moment. So I'm pushing through. Hopefully, I'm getting better with my schizophrenia. So I feel like I'm able to a bit better work right now and learn. So yeah, let's see what the future brings. Yeah, thank you.